Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Bonsai Blacksmith. Today we are going to cover air rooting, air layering, making roots on a tree to cut off later to turn into a bonsai. The things you'll need are some sandwich baggies that close, some pre-made soil mix, and you'll probably need a pen knife similar to this to remove the bark. You can use any kind of knife or tool or chisel, and we'll go ahead and show you which one of these you should select and how you should fill it and how you should put it onto the tree. You'll also need the almighty duct tape. It's like the Force. It has a light side and a dark side and holds the universe together. All right, let's do this. So what you want to do first, get your bag of soil here open. So let's do that. This is a very nice soil, which I'm going to show you now. You want to fill your bags first, right? So let's go ahead and do that. You want to fill them most of the way up so when you squeeze them onto a tree trunk, they have pressure and don't have many air pockets. Air pockets are bad for rooting. Something like this, it would work, because then when you close this, we'll cut a slit in here and wrap that slit around a tree. And I'll show you that now. So I'll seal that off. I'll prepare these other two bags because not every part of the tree I want to isolate is the same size. So smaller bags are advantageous in this regard. Fill it most of the way up just like the other one. Similarly like this. Again, we'll put a slit in this and wrap this around a tree trunk. So this is the tree that I actually want to remove eventually. It's a skyberry tree. I'll put the Latin name in the description of the video. It has its bigger, older parent here. It makes these beautiful flowers, purple flowers. If you can focus on that for you. You can see them better here. And these berries. The birds love them, that's why they call them the skyberry tree here. So I'm going to determine where I want to air root. Now you can actually see some dormant nodes in here. And these dormant nodes, we want to try to take advantage of that. And there's plenty of trunk here, branch, if I should say, and trunk, to isolate for air layering to make roots. So I'll go ahead and do that now. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and take out some of this foliage that's in my way so I can see what's going on. So I'm not getting killed and chopped by stuff. Get access to this trunk here. Sorry about that tree. Probably root these cuttings. We'll see. We'll see. Get some of these ones that are higher up. Also infested with some sort of insect with a web, so it's okay to get rid of it. I kind of want to keep this and see what happens, but I think for now we'll cut that back because that's going to be part of the future bonsai tree here. I'll give you a close-up to show you what I'm going to do. I kind of want to save what I've identified areas that I want to do. Certainly want to save this interesting area and see if I can get it to back bud at all. Although these trunks are pretty huge for a bonsai tree, I will admit. So maybe I'll select another location. Let me give it a thought here. One moment. So what I've decided to do is instead of air layering this here, I'm going to go ahead and air layer it here. And that way these two branches can support the bag of soil. And then this whole length here will become its own individual tree in a few months after it develops some roots in the soil. Here, I was thinking about also doing here. This is a good spot. I could try to do an air layer here, and then I'll have a very large bush, and then we can go from there. So let's do that. So what I'm going to start doing is I already got some back bud going all the way here. So this tree does have quite a propensity to back bud. So that's exactly where I wanted to air root it. That's just unfortunate, but we'll go from there. Sorry tree. Some more back budding going on here. I think it's because the trucks hit the back of this going to start with a line here, cut the bark. It's kind of soft. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but this is kind of soft bark for a tree this age. This tree must be at least 15 years old, 20 years old. It still cuts like it's a sapling. I don't think this is what they consider a noble hardwood. I think this is just a regular herbaceous tree. So I'm going to keep cutting this all the way around. Make a line. Then I'm going to make another line, like so. See, like that? I don't know if you can see that. I'll get a close up in a moment after I finish this marking process. You want to go fairly, not deep, but at least a couple millimeters, or in layman's term, at least 1/8 of an inch in there. Let me give you a close up. So you can see that I've marked this all the way around here to the other side. Now I'm going to remove this part of the bark. That's my next step. So I'm going to continue to remove that material I just pointed out by changing the angle and peeling the bark between the two lines, like so. Now there's some conjecture about how deep to go. You definitely want to get the upper dermis, I guess, I don't know the actual scientific name for the top layer of bark, completely off. You're also making it susceptible to diseases and insects, so it's very important that you're precise with your cuttings. You don't go terribly deep. Allow the tree to find itself in the soil that you leave on it. And I'm still peeling this back. Be careful not to slip. Don't put your hand too close. If you are using a knife, keep your hand, the other hand away in case you slip. A little safety there for you. A sharp knife should just peel. If you're sawing at it, sharpen your knife. You don't want to saw at this. Now, there's a spot where I can't get at this perfectly. Sorry to be in your way there. I'll get out of the way. I'll show you in a moment what this looks like. I just got to pull this back some more. All right, you'll see my challenges here. So this is what I'm working with. I'm peeling this layer back in here. I'm going to get to the back side some more. But with this branch here, it's in my way. You see? So I'm going to get this part off and then I'll be right back. So this has now been prepped. And I have to figure out which one of these bags is going to work better around this. It's going to be this one. So the next step is to take this bag and we're going to cut it open and wrap it around the tree. So let's prep this, get your duct tape ready. This is super important. Get that ready. Take out, I'd say get at least 2 strands prepared. That way you can stabilize it quickly. All right, so here's the fun part. You get the bag, put a hole in it, so that open part will rest over the wound that you made on the tree. And I'm going to head and mist this a little bit. The next important stage before you wrap it though, super important stage, is rooting hormone. If you don't have rooting hormone, mix some honey and cinnamon together. It'll help protect from the microbes from getting into the tree. It won't help with rooting though. So I just put my finger on there and that's going to rub the rooting hormone over the wound I made on the tree. There we go. That part's done. Now let's mount the bag. So I got a small piece of duct tape prepped. I'm gonna go ahead and just stick it on the tree for now. See if I can't sneak this in here slowly, like so. I'm gonna move some of that dirt, come down here, hopefully. Because of that branch, it's causing some difficulties for me. We're almost there though. Pull this open a little bit more. And if I have to, I'll use the second bag. Need to open that up it a little bit more so it can wrap around the tree. Split this open. Cut that open a little bit there. Have a bit of a fish mouth on there so that soil can touch the tree. If soil is in contact with the wound, it's not going to work. For a moment, just keep that there. Make sure it's nice and tight. So a longer strand of duct tape on there. I have a third piece prepared. I want to cover up the viewport, so to speak, because I want to see how much this tree has grown into the bag. So I put one piece of the tape on this branch to secure it from sliding, two pieces to keep it tight, one for the initial sealing. Now you want to take your tool or a toothpick or a nail and stab holes on the top. And that's going to allow this to fill with moisture. Poke a couple on the bottom because you don't want water to pool. So a few on the bottom, a few on the top, like so. And that is how you air layer a tree. Now I'll give you the results in a couple months and let you know how that turned out. Now we're going to do the exact same thing to this spot here. So I'm just going to run my file over my knife real quick. And do the same thing I did before. This time I'm going to look at what I have to work with here. I think I might... This is very handlebar. We don't want handlebars in the bonsai world. So I probably will go ahead and air layer this piece here, or be even more bold, if I can get this out of the way, and air layer here. It's got some interesting things going on. Again, though, very large bulge here that doesn't look that pleasing to the eye. What I can also do is go onto the other side and air layer that. So there's a bit of a process here. You got to really assess, not only is it a good spot to do the air layer, but also you have to assess, is it going to look good as a bonsai tree? So I'll go ahead and just air layer this anyway, right here. Try to get out of your way while I do that. Bring some of this dead wood out of the way. Get out to where we need to be. So I'm going to run a line here. That's one line. That's the second line. I'm going to run that line all the way around. All the way around. It's got some nice bark here. It's another reason why you want to do air layering, is you can achieve not only your trunk thickness, but you can also get your develop mature bark pretty quick that way. I'm gonna keep going. Trying to get, there's a song India poking me pretty good here, so apologies for that. Kind of using like a chisel, more control over the blade. You can really tell the sap is running on this. All right, Song of India, calm down. Maybe you need to go over there, Song of India. Go. Keep peeling this. Peeling continues. Get the backside some more. I went a little deeper with this one just for giggles, see what happens. Get the top of this a little bit better. Almost. The bugs aren't happy I'm messing with their house, so they're coming after me. All right, so that's done. Time for the second bag. Bigger bag. Might be a little easier than that smaller bag. Same plan. Wrap around here. Although we probably have to wrap it around this way. But we're gonna make sure we get nice and deep. So this time, get the material separated into two halves. I think that's better. Open that up so the air can get out. Or maybe not. You definitely want to get like two sections of dirt isolated here. So when you go to cut this, like so, you'll be able to wrap it around that tree all the way. So, let's get the duct tape prepped. Make sure you have a small one. We can just put this right on the tree for now. One, just in case we need it. Two, a longer one, three, and that should be good enough for now. So go ahead and place this bag on here after we put the root hormone on. Don't forget the root hormone, very important step. All right, there's that. Now, wipe the root hormone off your hands because tape doesn't like it. Get your bag of soil that you've prepped and cut. Go ahead and give this hell. You want to put the soil. I'm going to cut her wide again. I'm going to get the knife. I'm going to cut lengthwise a little bit here. Kind of like a cross. Like so. And I've crisscrossed that to help with that dirt coverage. Very important on the dirt coverage. Squeeze it tight as you can. Get that first one on there. That's one. This is for security. Two. Now get the one that you really want to cinch on here. There we go, that's one. Let's get one more on there for good luck. Good luck. There we go. So there's two right there. Two air layers. And we'll zoom out for a second. So that's what I done today. These two air layers, and I'll come back and check on them in about 6 weeks. A couple holes here to help with the drainage. A couple holes on top to allow the water in from rain. And also, if it hasn't rained like it hasn't here in about a week and a half, you can miss these guys a little bit. Miss them every day if you have to, if it isn't raining. And I just want to thank you for joining me on another episode of the Bonsai Blacksmith. Until next time.